Now, I know Gavin told blacks he can't read, but this is serious. Students are going to go back to school in like 2 weeks. And he doesn't seem to care how they do there. He just cares how they get there.
Well, you're the first student. Come on board in one of California's great clean and green new electric buses.
The man was supposed to be a statesman. The nomination was supposed to be a coronation. Obama and the Clintons, they were head over heels for the guy. China pampered him like a prince. Nancy's been cultivating him since he's been in diapers. Now he's emulating Mamala? She lost because of things like electric school buses.
Doug and the vice president have always been very, generous and kind to me, and I mean that, and on a personal level. I just think that she's not a very good politician. Ultimately, at the end of the day, I don't see how she possibly thinks that distancing herself from Joe Biden is even possible. And why would you, if you really believed in the record that you had left?
Kamala's people not too happy with Hunter. Whispers are being heard all over D.C. Everybody's asking the same thing. Is he running?
If Hunter decides to run for president, what would you tell him? What would President Biden tell him?
I do have a funny answer for that. I would say run, but then you take that how you want to.
Yeah. Right.
So, Hunter's got to find his own path.
If Newsom and Kamala can't kick it into high gear, Hunter might be the only one who can straddle the establishment and the radical left. So he's burned a few bridges. Schumer's backing guys like Abdul, who won his head. Kind of.
Are you going to campaign with all-cited in Michigan?
Look, the bottom line is we're going to win Michigan.
The machine's so weak, someone can just come in and snatch this nomination right in front of the face of the superdelegates. Ever since Abdul clinched it, the Democrat chances of taking back the Senate dropped like a rock. This race is going to be very expensive. This Michigan Muslim has 99 problems, but being black ain't one.
There's been an effort, I think, to divide people against each other. And unfortunately, you see that the consequence of that, to tell us that some group or another group have to be counterposed because there's not enough for all of us. I am Arab. I'm also African. My family immigrated to this country from Egypt. I'm proud of my African heritage.
Do American blacks feel like Egyptians are their brothers? I don't know, just asking. An actual African American's running for Senate in Florida, Angie Nixon, no relation to Richard. Her message is a little bit more abrasive.
We have nothing to lose. We have nothing to lose. We have absolutely nothing to lose but our chains.
Blacks are still in chains. She sounds level-headed. One Democrat operative in Florida is calling Crazy Angie a 140-pound anchor, weighing the party down. Democrats must really hate her because you should never talk about a woman's weight. But don't worry, Don Lemon says she's not past her prime.
That, socialist, the DSA thing, that scares some people. And are you aware of that?
Don, I am a black woman with natural hair. I scare people just being my authentic self.
I don't know what her hair has to do with this, but the media is trying everything they can to help Ange.
They are coming out hitting you as a socialist. It's not aligned with Florida values. But the answer you're giving today makes me feel like it's not about the socialists. It's about the organizing capacity. Is that accurate?
It's actually, it's actually about the issues that they care about the most.
They're like, what I'm hearing is you're not a communist. And Ange is like, no, actually I am. Angie's brand so contagious, Florida Democrats are double masking. The Democrat running for governor against Byron Donalds is going to social distance till November.
Do you plan to campaign with Angie Nixon?
Let's see how the next several months unfold.
Well, that's a no. Tricky Angie Nixon. It's like, wait a second, you said this was a big tent.
The Democratic Party is supposed to be a big tent of a lot of folks and a lot of thoughts, and DSA and moderates and conservative Democrats and liberals and whatever, they should all be welcome under this big tent.
Any day, Angie is going to play the race card on the Democrats. We know. And Democrats are going to be like, Angie, we love black people, just not you. The DNC's acting like a woman who just had a big blow up with her boyfriend and isn't sure if they're still together.
Democrats are unified. We are united, and we're through most of these primaries now, so it's no longer Democrat on Democrat violence. Right now, everyone is focused
really
on the
united,
November
though, Ken?
election.
I don't want to cut you off, but I mean, the DSA, so you're saying that all the Democrats and the DSA candidates, they're all united?
Let me say, we are a Big Tent party. We always have been. There's more that unites us as Democrats than those small differences.
Yep, Democrat Party's never been more united. Here comes another cover-up. What is the definition of small differences? Because whether prisons exist or not, more than just a difference of opinion. I wonder what Ken feels about government-run grocery stores. You know, the ones that are going to cost hundreds of millions of dollars and put mom and pop shops out of business. Well, don't worry, Mondani's grocery store czar is going to bail them all out.
As an agency looking at a number of different complementary, policies and programs, grants, incentives that can come alongside these grocery stores to support other, local independent businesses that are in the neighborhoods.
The commies are bribing businesses who can't compete with government price controls. Why are Democrats pretending like this is normal? Once again, it falls on the media to rescue the machine. Even CNN's telling the commies to get it together.
Phil DeCastro locked my grandfather up, sentenced to 20 years for doing what you're doing now on live TV, for speaking his mind, for expressing himself freely, for trying to organize politically. So I wonder, again, how you think that lands with people who suffered under that dictatorship.
We're seeing many people in the United States who are seeing who are struggling under massive inequality in the United States.
The commies are making CNN sound like Fox. They must hate this. There has to be a silver lining. Are the communists forcing the Democrat Party to finally stand up and say what it stands for? Obama's off somewhere holding his nose. Carville waved the white flag Monday here. And I can't even tell the difference between Newsom and Kamala anymore. They're both crossing their legs on electric school buses, which is why there's a lane for Hunter Biden. He just has to do his best and not pull a Pauly P and crash. Caroline Sunshine, Republicans. Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.